Hey everybody, time for another update on the Heli-Carrier. So we had a lot of progress here on the back piece. So I got the turrets done and magnetized on. They're magnetized mainly for transport more than being able to rotate. And then I went ahead and did all the things on the edges here. So I got some goblin shields, some orc and goblins symbols on here. So maybe that one right there, some light on it. Some extra wires I had lying around. Some tank bits. So yeah, that's basically what the outside edges are going to look like all the way around. I don't know if I have all the bits. I mean, I'm going to run out of tank bits really quick. So there's going to be a lot of repetition along the outside edges, a lot of grills like this, a lot of pipes. And I also finished two of the outriggers, or finished the wood part here on two of the outriggers. I actually used up all of my half-inch dowel already, getting the back done and the two outriggers. So I'm going to need about another 13 pieces of that for my calculations. So we're making really good progress here. So the other problem I have is cover. Now originally I planned for this, the reason why I wanted it like this, so they could provide cover for infantry models right here. If you look at it, it's going to be very, the cover isn't as much as I thought it was going to be. So I'm thinking about putting an edge along the outside border of here, probably 3/16, because that's how thick this foam core is. So if I put that in front of them, now we get a much better cover. And of course he's a fairly large model too, so you know, compared to a Space Marine or something, or a Fire Warrior or whatever. And also having a strip along an edge along the outside of the flight deck will give me a nice clean border for the core, for the foam, for the cork. And then also maybe I can go around and haphazardly paint some hazard straps all along the outside edges. Kind of a this is the end of the world type warning. But yeah, so the more I work on this, there's lots of things I've been finding out as I work on this project. One, the materials, I didn't really account for materials like I thought. Even just the super glue to go around and glue all these tchotchkes along the outside edge of the table itself, of the flight deck, is going to be more than, I didn't even think about something like that, to be honest. There's that, and if I do add a border on here, I'm probably taking 3/16, so that's, you know, between the whole table, that's 16 linear feet of something to go on the outside, to go on the edges. If I do get like 3/16 dowel, square dowel to go on the outside edges, so that's 16 linear feet or so to get that done. So I'm running really low on materials right now already, just a couple days of work, so it's going to be a couple weeks before I can get any more. So what next thing I'm going to do is work on the fans. So I got those old surplus computer fans. So what I'm going to do, oh, and even trying to do these turrets, originally I was going to cover the sides all in plastic card instead of like this, and it turns out I just didn't have any plastic card left, hardly any. So I thought I had a whole package of 030 card, but I only had one sheet, less than a sheet. So next thing I'm going to be working on the fans. I'm going to do is actually take the just 80mm computer fans, standard case fans. I'm going to try to extend the blades out a little bit so they're bigger, and I'm going to run them really slow so that I'm not going to really worry about a balance issue, because I'm going to be spinning slow between dropping the voltage and maybe even a resistor. That I'm not going to worry about balancing them. As long as they move a little bit on their own power, that's all I need. So that is where we're at so far. Making good progress, but kind of running into a bit of a roadblock here as far as materials go. So I thought time was going to be the major issue. It looks like budget is going to be a bigger issue than time, because yeah, I spent most of my 2 days off on this back section, but it's this part is basically done, and it came out really well. So there's still lots of things for me to think about and plan on. The one thing was the conning tower and other structures. I realized that I've been thinking wrong. I've been considering these things as not as terrain, but as models, and it's not going to work. They need to be terrain. So the outlying buildings I have planned and the conning tower have to be done as basically terrain pieces, as ruins, not a solid building like these gun turrets are. So that's going to change the entire way I build them. And so I just have to get out of this mindset of I'm not building a model, I'm building terrain, which is kind of hard to do in my planning stages. And there's still some solutions, like the fans, of course, are much bigger than a 1/2 inch, so I have to figure out a border around there. I still have to figure out more terrain, because these boards basically are the gaming surface. The flight deck is the gaming surface, not really the terrain itself, except for the edges, of course. So that provides an additional challenge, which again I really wasn't anticipating. So more and more, it seems to me I'm digging myself a hole on this project, a bigger hole than I expected. But I'm still going to be going forward here, and all I can do is see what happens. So, but I made a lot of progress. I know a lot of what I am going to do. I just need the materials to do. At least the flight deck itself can be done very quickly, and very easily. But I just have the stuff to do it. So that's it for now. I'm going to be working on the fans, I said, and then I still got a Helldrake to paint. And I'll talk to you later.